Hello again, family and friends of First Christian Church. Here we are at the beginning of a brand new week. So let's say spirit filled. Let's say Jesus Christ focused and just tackle this week and fight the good fight. So last night and this morning I was combing through some social media posts and just really disturbed by all the arguing and fighting, even among friends. It's crazy, especially in this politically charged environment. People telling each other they can no longer be friends just because they have a different opinion than they do. And just the amount of actually hatred shown to each other just breaks my heart. It's very disappointing. Check out with me, if you will, Matthew 5:44, where it says, "But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." Back in the Old Testament, the Jewish people were familiar with the command to love your neighbor. This meant to many loving their fellow Jews. Not always easy, but they realized the importance of this. Then, guess who comes along? Jesus comes along and takes this command even one step farther. He says, don't just love your neighbors. I want you to love your enemies as well. That's my translation. To love your enemies means loving those who don't love us. They don't look like us. They don't speak like us. They don't even like us. This refers to people inside and outside our circle of family, our friends, or fellow believers, and even fellow citizens. Jesus' command includes loving those who are not for us, those who desire ill will towards us, even those who make our lives miserable. We're to love anyone and everyone, and especially our enemies. At first glance, when you think about this, loving our enemies can seem impossible. After all, each of us has that story that begins with, if you only knew what this person did or what he or she was like, you wouldn't even ask me to love them. But Jesus was very clear in his commandment. So, how do we begin to love our enemies? Well, I think it starts, one, with a prayer. When we pray for a person who has hurt us, God seems to have this way of softening our hearts. We begin to look at that person through God's eyes, perhaps even remembering how God looked at us with all that love and mercy that he showed us while we were his enemy and we were rejecting him through our sin. So, does praying for our enemies make what that person did okay? Absolutely not. Does it mean that you're going to start liking this person? In most cases, no. But it does mean that God could give you supernatural power to love them and show them love no matter how they respond to us. And that kind of love is powerful. No, it's beyond powerful. It's a supernatural love because this type of love only comes from God. Just something to think about this morning, something to meditate on. Until next time, love you guys. Keep looking up.